Sukai to release a poem dedicated to Tan Songyun. What his team just leaked will leave you speechless. Welcome back to K-Drama Haven, where every whisper becomes a headline and every heartbeat becomes a lyric. And today, it's not just a whisper, it's a poem. It's Sukai's soul. And it might just be the most romantic thing we've ever seen from him. Before we dive in, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications because this leak isn't just news. It's art, emotion, and a confession carved into words. The leak that shocked his inner circle. Late last night, a mysterious voice note and handwritten excerpt made its way onto a private fan server hosted by one of Sukai's most loyal inner fan moderators. The file, titled simply T, contained an unreleased, emotionally raw poem, believed to be penned by Sukai himself. At first, fans assumed it was part of a script or lyrics from an upcoming project. But then, a manager close to Sukai confirmed anonymously to media outlets. It's real. And yes, it's about her. It's always been about Tan. Excerpt from the poem. The Sound of April. What follows is reportedly a leaked portion of the poem, translated by fans who have preserved every breath of it like sacred text. You walked into April without asking permission. And suddenly every cherry tree bowed for you. I was a man made of thunder. Until you taught me how to whisper. They ask me what I see when I look at you. I say, the sky the stars borrow light from. It's bare, vulnerable, and deeply personal. Hinting at a timeline long before their relationship was ever public. Fans react. This isn't a poem, it's a vow. Within minutes, hashtags started trending. Hashtag Sukai poem for Tan. Hashtag he wrote for her. Hashtag Tan Songyun muse confirmed. One fan wrote, "This isn't a man in love, this is a man ruined by love in the best way possible." Another commented, "Imagine being Tan Songyun, waking up to find the man you love wrote this about you. I'd never stop crying." The fanbase is already turning the poem into art. Animated reels, song covers, tattoo designs, fans reading it aloud like wedding vows. A hidden timeline. When was this written? Some speculate that this poem wasn't written recently. Insiders close to Sukai hint that it may have been penned before their public confirmation, possibly during the quiet months of her early pregnancy, a time when emotions were high and their world was changing privately. One assistant even claimed he carried a small moleskine notebook everywhere. One time we saw a page filled with cherry blossoms and just the letter over and over. This has led fans to believe that The Sound of April could be part of a larger collection, maybe even an entire book he's been working on behind closed doors. Is he releasing it officially? Here's what his team says. As the frenzy grew, Sukai's team finally responded with a cryptic teaser on his official Weibo account. A simple image, typewriter, one white page, and a single line in Sukai's handwriting. When I'm too full of her to speak, I write. The post has already surpassed 3 million likes. Insiders are now confirming that Sukai is preparing to release a limited poetry collection, possibly titled For Tea. Yes, Tan Songyun has reportedly read every word already. One stylist whispered to the press. She cried the whole night after he gave her the first draft. She said, "This isn't just love, this is literature." What Tan Songyun posted moments ago. Just when fans thought the emotional wave had peaked, Tan Songyun posted a quiet photo to her Instagram story moments ago. No caption. Just a shot of her holding a crumpled handwritten note. The visible line. "I waited for spring. But spring became you." And in the corner of the photo, her hand, with the engagement ring still shining under soft morning light. Is this his proposal? Fans think yes. Some now believe the poem isn't just a dedication. It's a proposal in disguise. A deeply layered love letter written across time, leading up to a moment we haven't yet seen but is already echoing in every stanza. The final lines of the leaked poem hint at it. I don't have fireworks, but I have a lifetime. And I'd give it to you. On one knee, under moonlight. If this doesn't scream proposal, what does? Coming next, the full release, the audiobook, and Tan's response. Sukai's team is preparing an official release of the full poem within the next 10 days. There will reportedly be a limited hardcover edition with his handwritten drafts, an audio version, read in Sukai's own voice, and a short film adaptation, directed by a secret name that fans are already trying to guess, but rumors point to Tan Songyun herself. That's right, she may be the one visually telling the story he wrote for her. 4T. The complete poem that broke the internet. At exactly midnight China Standard Time, Sukai posted a black and white video to his official YouTube and Weibo accounts. No music, no visuals, just a single spotlight on his handwritten page as his own voice read the words aloud. And then, a single candle appeared at the end of the video. As the camera zoomed in on the flickering flame, fans realized it wasn't a candle at all. It was a birthday candle on top of a slice of mango cake. A nod to Tan Songyun's favorite dessert. This wasn't just poetry. This was a love letter disguised as art. Memory. Wow. Promise. Here is the poem in full. 4T by Sukai. Official English translation. I used to mark time by seasons. Now I mark it by your laughter. Spring didn't come when the snow melted. It came when you smiled at me in February. I was loud with the world. Until you entered the room. And suddenly, silence became sweeter than applause. You are the reason I believe in morning light. The reason I stopped waiting for someone better. Because better is not a person. It's a moment. And mine was you. You once asked if I believed in fate. Said no. Then you showed up in a hoodie, holding rice porridge and a sleeping cat. And I understood fate doesn't knock. It tiptoes in wearing slippers. The world knows you as bright, fierce, kind. But I know you as the girl who wipes her eyes during cartoons. Who says thank you to her coffee machine. Who hums when she's nervous. I wrote this 'cause my voice shakes when I say it. But you've never needed volume to feel me. So here it is. Written not in ink. But in everything I never said when you looked at me like I was enough. If love was a language, you'd be the first word. And I'd spend a lifetime learning how to say you right. Marry me. The final line. Marry me. Wasn't a metaphor. That wasn't a metaphor. That wasn't a dream. That wasn't poetry. It was a real-life proposal. Hidden at the very end of the poem. And right after that final word was spoken, the screen faded to white. Then one simple image appeared. Tan Songyun's hand. Wearing the same ring from their last public outing. Resting on a piece of paper. That read. Yes. The aftermath. Tears, chaos and global trending. Within 8 minutes, the hashtags began trending. Hashtag 4T full version. Hashtag Sukai proposal confirmed. Hashtag Tan Songyun's. Hashtag this is love. Hashtag poetry turned proposal. Thousands of fans filmed themselves crying, reacting, translating, and rewatching the video on loop. A group of international fans even hosted a live virtual reading vigil, with fans from Korea, Thailand, Nigeria, the UK, and Brazil taking turns reciting lines from the poem in their native language. It wasn't just global. It was personal. It felt like we were all part of the story. Tan Songyun responds. With tears and a new beginning. Just hours after the poem's release, Tan Songyun posted a 12-second video. She sat in a quiet room. No makeup. Is red. Smiling with that small radiant smile only Sukai seems able to bring out. Then she whispered into the camera. You found me in a world that wasn't looking. Now I'll never stop choosing you. Yes. The ring. A hidden meaning revealed. New close-up shots of her engagement ring reveal something that had fans screaming. Inside the band, etched in tiny script. You are the poem I'll never stop writing. This isn't just jewelry. It's Sukai's heart cast in gold. Celebrity reactions flood in. Zhao Lucy. Excuse me while I sob into my rice. I want this love. Wang Yibo. This isn't a proposal. This is a masterpiece. Xiao Zhan. She said yes to poetry. We all did. BTSRM reposted the clip with a caption. Whoever this man is, he speaks the truth. Even Guo Pei, the fashion designer rumored to design Tan's wedding dress, reposted the poem with a caption that read, When the heart writes, the world listens. This isn't just a poem. It's a testament to love that waits, to love that speaks when the world is silent, to the quiet devotion of a man who's watched her grow, suffer, laugh and shine, and chose to immortalize her not in headlines, but in poetry. Sukai didn't just write a poem for Tan Songyun. He carved her name into the very architecture of language. And now, the world gets to witness it. So stay tuned to K-Drama Haven, because the next line of this love story could be the wedding vow we've all been waiting for.